Hi there, welcome back to Game Brain. My name's Don. In the early 2000s, the Lego company was in trouble. Check out this graph. It displays the financial growth of the company from its birth in the 1930s to 2017. See that dip there? That's 2003, when the Danish brick-building dynasty was on the brink of bankruptcy. Just a few years prior, in 2000, the company posted a loss of 831 million Danish kroner, or around 156 million US dollars today, or 56.6 billion Nigerian naira? Naira. Great. Lackluster sales of half-baked products and general mismanagement had created a growing sinkhole of capital in the company that seemed certain to grow unless something drastic happened immediately. Innovation expert David Robertson wrote an entire book on the subject back in 2013.
And it all worked until it didn't. And then in 2003 and 2004, the company was very close to bankruptcy and having to liquidate or sell themselves off to another company.
Although Lego adopted various strategies in the mid-2000s to eventually escape financial ruin, I point to one product in particular that I think made the biggest difference. Lego Star Wars, the video game, was a revelation for the Lego brand. Its production values, accessible design, and irreverent take on the Star Wars license clicked together just as seamlessly as the bricks upon which they were based, making for not only a great video game, but single-handedly spawning a franchise that's still going strong today. However, a Lego video game bearing the Star Wars name wasn't guaranteed success. By 2005, there had already been dozens of attempts to translate Lego from plastic to pixels. Some even enjoyed critical and commercial success, but the overwhelming sales of Lego Star Wars, some 3.3 million units in its first year, finally cemented Lego as a legitimate player in the gaming market. The series now boasts lifetime sales far exceeding 100 million copies.
LEGO Star Wars is a new action-adventure game from Traveller's Tales, which combines two great properties that everyone grew up with and everyone loves, LEGO and Star Wars.
While the perception might be that fusing two blockbuster intellectual properties together was a no-brainer, the real special sauce in this recipe is the developer. Traveller's Tales cut their teeth on licensed games throughout the 1990s, gracefully graduating to the third dimension with a keen eye for quality, earning them a reputation as a studio capable of balancing fun with deadlines. This made them the perfect candidate to somehow combine these two relatively dissimilar properties into one cohesive creation, crafting intelligently designed levels that could be understood by a 4-year-old, but not insultingly simple for an adult, was a tightrope Traveller's Tales walked perfectly. Whether during jubilant combat encounters or completing rudimentary puzzles, players could jump in and out of the action with a robust cooperative play function, as well as change between Lego figurines on the fly. This, in addition to the game's non-existent difficulty, made for an experience that mirrored real-life Lego. When you're done playing, you can leave, and if you do decide to stay, you're welcome to simply play around and act out any scenario you want. The only limit is your imagination. In addition, the glue that binds both the gameplay and graphics together is Traveller's Tales' hilarious slapstick interpretation of the Star Wars prequels. The tongue-in-cheek satire simultaneously makes fun of the films, all the while showing a deep understanding of what makes Star Wars so special, with fan service and Easter eggs abound around every corner. Even more impressive is that through all of this, Traveller's Tales still manages to capture the very essence of Lego: building, playing, and having fun. It's a miraculous marriage of imagination and interactivity, creating a blueprint that hasn't really changed in what is now a series spanning 30+ titles. And while construction and customization would become much more integral to gameplay as the series progressed, the building blocks are all here in the first LEGO Star Wars.
And the greatest weapon of all, imagination.
The bridge between LEGO's digital and physical products became even shorter with the ill-fated LEGO Dimensions, a toys-to-life all-you-can-eat buffet of LEGO fanfare, and while Dimensions wasn't able to fulfill its content aspirations with the abrupt cancellation of its third and final year in late 2017, it did prove that LEGO video games could, well and truly, stand side by side with their plastic peers. And I think it's not unfounded to say that the success of LEGO video games is directly linked to the launch and success of the LEGO Cinematic Universe. John Burton, the founder of Traveller's Tales, was even an executive producer on 2014's The LEGO Movie, and has continued to be heavily involved in the LEGO Cinematic Universe since. It's also no coincidence that Warner Brothers, who own Traveller's Tales and their various subsidiaries, also produce the LEGO films. I'm sure this is probably a convenience of licensing, but it also shows just how responsible Traveller's Tales is for elevating LEGO from just a toy to a multimedia phenomenon. There's an entire generation of kids now that have LEGO films and video games that may have never touched a plastic brick before. The LEGO brand is cross-media now. It has a very distinct personality and humour, and it can all be traced back to the very first LEGO Star Wars. But please let me know in the comments below which LEGO game is your favourite and why. I'm curious to know, and I'll try to respond to as many comments as I can. This video was a bit of a divergence from what I usually do, interviewing developers, etc., but I'll be back very soon with some great exclusive developer interviews, so stay tuned. But as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.